What is the objective? Students will create a conceptual art piece and communicate a message through their work by taking a stance on a relevant social issue. What are the essential questions? How do artists affect social change? How do artists and designers determine whether a particular direction in their work is effective? How do artists and designers create works of art or design that effectively communicate? So what are the benefits for this lesson? It requires students to think conceptually. It creates informed citizens with personal opinions, and it demonstrates the power we have as artists and people to communicate for social change.
It's based around the coral reefs dying across the world because of global warming and destructive fishing habits. And so I created each individual piece of coral by hand and connected it to a wheel-thrown base. And then I broke away the coral after it was completely dried out to make it look jagged and damaged, to represent the damage that is being done to the coral reef, and glazed that over with black and glazed the rest with a bright blue to add contrast. And it overall is just relating back to how my concentration is focusing on negative human impact on the environment.
My piece is on insecurities in a person and how they feel about themselves. And so this is my characterization of insecurity. It's like the monster that is insecurity. Insecurity is basically a puppeteer that ends up controlling like you as a whole and like your actions of what you do, what you say, who you are. Just this looming sense of like dread and insecurity, and the monster like who's acting normal but really his insecurities are driving what he's doing. Like I wanted to make something that like was scary and just make insecurities seem as though they're a bad thing, because like if left unchecked, insecurities will end up controlling your life.
So I did my project on mental health in children because I feel like it's a topic that's often overlooked. I chose to do this because I experienced like mental health stuff. I don't know, when I was a kid, I had a lot of anxiety and OCD, so I feel like it was something that was really like close to me. I think there should be more attention brought to the issue because I feel like there's a lot of help and recognition of mental health issues in adults but not children.
So in this piece, I was focusing on materialism and greed. I wanted to do materialism for my concentration just because it's something that like, you know, like I kind of like know a little bit about, I guess, just because it's like I live in like a pretty privileged like household in like town, so it's like also with online shopping, it's really easy to just like, you know, not use your money wisely. So I kind of wanted to like focus on that because I think that's something that happens a lot in like society. But this one I was focusing in on, like I said before, just like overspending, but my concentration also like relates back to like appearances and sort of like social media. So it kind of has a bunch of like different factors that kind of like all tie into like materialism and greed.
Okay, so my project was to symbolize kind of what goes on when someone is having a panic attack. And I chose to take a picture of my sister with her hands on her face, kind of like showing distress and anxiety. And pain in a way, but I had her smear her makeup, and I went against a black wall and took a picture with a harsh light in a certain area, just trying to create contrast between it. And then I painted her hands from red to a black, so that way it kind of showed like the decaying of like how you're feeling when it happens. And then afterwards, I decided to put it into Photoshop. I decided to put words. It kind of shows that like in the darker spots, there's the words that show what happens when you're having a panic attack and like describe it. So I kind of liked having those all there. And then my plan is to print it out and then put it on a piece of cardstock and cover it in puzzle pieces to show like falling apart and trying to put yourself back together. So me personally and my sister, and like anxiety is a problem with my family, and a lot of my friends I know have panic attacks. A lot of people don't understand what's going on when you have a panic attack, so a lot of people don't know how to help someone when they have a panic attack. So I kind of tried to portray what is happening by using the words that symbolize how you're feeling and what's going on through your head, so they have a better understanding of what's going on to learn how to help you, I guess.
Okay, so my social issue project is about suicide awareness. So basically my main idea was to put a bunch of different ideas that can hurt someone when they're thinking about suicide. For example, like I have a knife over here. Made up with the knife is a bunch of words like failure and suffering and sad. And then in this corner I have pills and like pills coming out of the pill bottle with a girl with a noose around her neck. And then the main focus was the ribbons for suicide awareness. They're yellow, so it really like pops out. Suicide is like taken as a joke and it's not really that serious, and no one believes that it can happen to people around you. So by making it so graphic, it shows that like it is a serious thing and that it actually can happen to anyone around you.
Okay, so my concentration is on endangered animals and what's killing them. So sea turtles are mostly affected by ocean pollution, and like plastic doesn't go away for a very long time, and unfortunately it's what's polluting the oceans and what's killing a lot of sea animals. So in the first turtle piece or sea turtle piece that I did, I wanted to really focus on the plastic bags that are suffocating all of these animals. So on the second turtle piece, I wanted to again focus on like the plastic, like every day, like how we're contributing to ocean pollution, and also with like plastic wrappers, straws, water bottles, like plastic water bottles. I wanted to make the turtle white, like to focus on it because there's a lot of color going on in the background. And two, like how all this like junk that's in the ocean is also like destroying the purity of one, the ocean, and two, the animals.
Rooted in creativity, take a stance.